Hello, class. Good evening. It is about 9:15 at night here. Um, I'm doing a, a crappy Zoom recording here. I just wanted to at least talk about some new and recent City Connect news and updates here. And this is my first time really using Zoom in a in-depth kind of usage. I mean, I never really did I did online school work, but I never like worked from home because some of the technology that people use to work at home, I wasn't able to do that kind of stuff. Um, and I have here, we're going to talk about the recent City Connect hats and um, three hats, but two uniforms. One of the teams retconned their poorly executed hat from last year. So stay tuned for which one that is. You can kind of see here, Los Angeles Angels, they were next on the list. They got their City Connect uniforms. I mean, we're focused on the hats here, but it's a whole uniform. And they did a really good job. I mean, it was leaked out a while ago that they're going to do this. They had a few of the guys standing by a beach. I think it was Noah Syndergaard wasn't even wearing shoes and socks at the beach. It's got kind of a cool ass look there. Cool. I'm drinking my Mountain Dew, but the way that the screen is showing the half-ass green screen makes it look like I'm drinking nothing. Anyways, so looking at the Angels hat here, it's rail style where the front panels white, or at least this one color, and then the other four panels is one other color. So typically this is called a rail look, and pretty simple, still using the Angels red. The logo is a little bit different. It's not as detail oriented with like the little, like even looking at the logo on the where it says like everyday low prices, like that seems a little bit more kind of skinny, kind of simplified, but this one's kind of little kind of on the bulky, I guess. If we look at it head on. Yeah, it's a bit of a different A look there than the regular one. Looks good. I will want to get this one, especially from this year. I do want to get all the hats from the teams this year, even the Astros. I do want to get them all. And actually, I had to get another Nationals one because the one that I have doesn't really fit too well. So, yeah, made the mistake of getting a low profile and not getting it on the right side, I guess, or there's just material. Anyways, so I don't. Some of the teams have done something on the right paneling where like a typical side patch would be nowadays, where it's opposite of the new era flag, which by the way, it is white, the flag, and then the front panels are that off-white to match the uniform, and it's a black UV. So that's okay. That's a good idea. But nothing on the side patch panels, which is okay. Not everyone has to really add a whole side patch. Would it have been cool? Perhaps, especially with the way that their jersey looks. So if we look at, so there's the whole look there with Trout and Walsh or Marsh is number 20. Anyways, colors are great. They still use like the Angels colors, even with the navy, which is kind of weird to think that navy is part of their color system. At least it was at one point. They should bring that back. They should bring it back. But does help with the accent and contrasting colors on the jersey there. Blue swish and then blue numbering on the front. But it's like an off-white cream color. I don't know what the difference between off-white and cream color is anymore. I don't know if it's because the terms are so interchangeable or they just keep using those words. But that's what the uniforms look like fully. And great job for Sports Logo for putting out these details here on what everything in the uniform kind of resembles. I mean, there's a lot in here. There is a shit ton to comprehend, and I like it. So, kind of starting on the top left, you have the sleeve patch inspired by the early Southern California Railroad sign. So, kind of, I don't necessarily see it, to be honest. I like the idea of it, but I don't really see it. Actually, now that I'm noticing, so it shows there's like the right sleeve having a stripe on there. That striping is only on the one side of the sleeve. It's not on the other one, which is kind of odd, unsymmetrical. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily. But moving on, I mean, it's kind of a beach theme, which makes a lot of sense and kind of had to be done. And having it be done by the Angels makes sense. I like the idea. So then you have with the numbering there, the font style that is in the lifeguard towers, inside its own symbol, its own like shape, where it shows on there about Jack surfboards. Then you have the font. The font is kind of, kind of chill, kind of hang loose. The uniform word marking inspired by vintage surfboard lettering, where that says surfboards, Dana Point, California. So the font works. It's kind of simple cursive with its own angles that aren't necessarily symmetrical, but they really work. It looks kind of weird how in Angels the tail to the G blends in to the undertone, underlying part of what is the tail of the S blends in. Seems kind of a little odd, but it still works. Actually, looking inside the details of the patch there on this other left sleeve, yeah, kind of like palm branch, kind of palm leaves there. So, I mean, they're good uniforms. I like them, and they have a retro feel, but they're not retro at all, which is kind of a rare thing to do. That I mean, maybe it's because it's that cream color, but still, it has a retro feel. They put a lot of history detail into here with inspiration points. So really, really good job. I'm gonna give this about 8.5, maybe 9 out of 10. Maybe 8.5 just to take off points for the the unsymmetrical part about the sleeves. And then the hat, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5 out of 10 between there. Give it like a B minus maybe, really. It feels a little too similar in some ways to the current Angels hat, but it works with a different font style on the front, kind of helps it stand out. I also want to mention while we're at it with Los Angeles and City Connect, where'd they go? I saw the Los Angeles Dodgers basically retconned their City Connect hat, where before it was like an all blue Los Dodgers hat. And then they retconned it, and this is like a new release that yeah, for 2022 they made it with a black brim and a black button on the top there. So seems kind of odd. Let me try to find the original City Connect just to put the dots together. I should have had this prepared, but oh well. Is it even on here? I don't know if it's even. Hold on. We look up City Connect and then filter it by the Dodgers. Interesting. Can't even find. Well, we'll find the other one. Yes, all new. Yep. Los Dodgers on the front there. So, um, I mean, both are bad. I mean, the new one is basically a current Dodgers hat with black, and then the Los Dodgers on the side. Oops. And then the old one. The old one was just the same idea, just instead of the LA on the front, it just had Los Dodgers on there, and it's just poor execution. So that's the other big news for City Connect. And then recently, the Colorado Rockies got their City Connect threads, and it's in green. Green is my favorite color. I like it. For sure, this hat I'll be getting. Didn't get it yet. I mean, it's only been like a week that these have been out or so, maybe a week and a half. But really good look. That the inspiration came from the Colorado license plate, and I guess the font also did like a lot of good details. Um, Especially, and I just noticed that was this picture here, this diagram, the purple line on the sleeves that are symmetrical resembles the mile high mark at the Rocky Stadium, where it's a mile high from ocean level, from sea level, because Denver is the mile high city, and you see in that yellow looking side patch there, but 5280, which resembles 5,280 feet, which is 1 mile. That's above sea level. So they incorporated a little bit of purple, which I'm okay with. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have your primary colors in solely into the uniform. I mean, the Nationals went different completely, really, with their City Connect. The other teams have kind of gone similar in their styles and their color wheel. For sure, the Cubs, I mean, it's not the same blue, but it's blue. White Sox use black and white, kind of standard for them. I mean, the Arizona Diamondbacks, they went different. So the Red Sox, and for sure them, and Miami. So it's good that some of these teams are doing non team already oriented primary colors for the City Connect uniform, that they're having fun and branching out here. And then welcome to Colorful Colorado. That's the jock strap tag there. The hat. The hat is okay. I mean, of course, I like the green. It's kind of like an evergreen look, but just feels kind of weird. Not with the logo so much in the front. It just, but with like the yellow and the red. The yellow kind of makes sense, but then adding the red in there, I mean, other than this like little jocks tag down there, you don't really see red anywhere else in the uniform, so it doesn't really work. And even the yellow, the stretch where you only see it in the side patch, it's not prominent. Like even like the purple would be, where it's a part of the outline for the numbers and for the that little striping on there on the sleeves. So it's the hat is good. Um, so the hat I'll give about a 7 out of 10. I give it a B, maybe a B minus. Um, the uniform will be a solid A minus. Liking how the pants turn into the jersey, and then I mean they didn't need to put a whole lot of details into the mountaintops there, but it works. There's enough detail in there where it's not like too detailed, but not like it's not like we're on the backside, just outlining, which works better on the back than if it was on the front. So with the 2022 City Connect season, there are 2 more teams to go for their uniforms: Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Brewers have been leaked a little bit. It was back in like mid-May. I had seen someone post a picture of a 47 brand captain snapback at a lid store with the kind of design, and it looks good. It'd be nice to see the full uniform to kind of go along with it. But from initial looks, it's not too bad. It'd be interesting. I mean, I'll probably get it just because I want to get um, the hats from all of the teams. At least the ones that I would. I mean, for sure I have to catch up on the Red Sox, Marlins, Giants. I'm not gonna do the Dodgers. I mean, I don't like the Dodgers in the first place, so I'm not gonna get them. Diamondbacks is probably. I still need to get the Astros and or I should also get a national that fits me. Astros, Royals, Colorado, and Angels now. Padres, I thought I had heard that they weren't going to be all that great looking, but then seeing a leak of their socks, I know we're going to take a whole lot of information off of socks. Well, at least from the colors that they're using, it is going to look good. At least from the colors. I do reserve the right that color wise, it should be good. Design wise, we'll have to see. Even from the socks, you got more of an idea of the colors and the design that they're going to use. But even from the bit of the sock design that they had, it I liked it. I liked it as well. So City Connect updates there, and future thinking with the upcoming 2 teams. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to get one of the recent Colorado Rockies or Los Angeles Angels City Connect hats and or uniforms. Any thoughts on the Dodgers retconning? Retconning is basically a term mainly used for like film comics where one thing has already happened, but then you make something new that changes the trajectory, kind of like the origin story. Um, so like, if something, you think of like Star Wars, the original movie from 1977, if they all of a sudden now made a change of like, hey, that thing didn't happen like that, it happened like this now, that'd be retconning. So they kind of retconned, it feels like they retconned their hats. Thoughts about that, let me know. Um, Otherwise, hats off to you as always for watching. Uh, Subscribe, join the class, skip the stupid like button. Those numbers don't matter. And keep your eyes and notifications posted and set for new videos to come from the #1 hat channel on YouTube. Hats off to you as always for watching. I'll see you next time in class, everyone. Class is dismissed. Bye, everyone. So I'm pretty sure I was in the thought process of this statement, but didn't say it. So it might feel a little awkward to bring this back up. But if you look at the Rockies and the Angels hats for the City Connects, they're both that railway kind of look, where it's the front two panels that are white, or it's a different color at least. Typically it's white, and the rest of the panels are a stationary color. It's one color. It works for both hats, for both kind of uh, uniforms, but if I see it again, I'm gonna be a little ticked off. Where it's not that we've seen it twice; it's that we've seen it twice in a row. That's what's got me. That's what has me a little worried already that um, that the Brewers hats or the Padres hats could look the same, and if it is, then that's really going to hit on um, points for me at least when I do a ranking on all of them. That okay, we noticed at this point Nike and MLB and New Era ran out of ideas. That they just had to keep repeating that trucker style railway look. So, wanted to add that for an epilogue. Forgot to mention that, and that was kind of a key thing I really wanted to mention. That there's a little inkling of instability, but I mean, one is, the first time is just an occurrence. Second time is a coincidence. Third time is a pattern, and we don't want a third time.